Welcome to Money in the Ring, the podcast at the intersection of the business and wrestling world. My name is Ian Silvera. So, a major scandal has hit the world of wrestling. Allegations of racism have emerged against Hulk Hogan, probably one of the industry's biggest ever characters. According to RadarOnline.com and the National Enquirer, which published an audio transcript, Hogan used the N-word in a 2006 conversation. The background to this is that Hogan is suing media company Gorka after it published a sex tape of the veteran grappler. He has since released a statement, and I quote, he says, "It was unacceptable for me to have used that offensive language. There is no excuse for it." The 61-year-old, of course, was involved as a judge on the Tough Enough show, and he has a massive name value. His merchandise has sold millions over the years for the likes of WCW, TNA, and WWE. He has since sort of taken up an ambassadorial role for the WWE, appearing in shows, going to meet and greets, and of course starring most recently in Tough Enough. He's one of the biggest stars in wrestling ever. To put it into context, let's consider Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He is probably the only other wrestler who has broken proper into the mainstream with his movie career. Elsewhere, let's look at John Cena. He's the main man in WWE. He may not hold the main title in WWE, but he's definitely the number one player. His film career is nothing like that of Hogan's or Johnson's, although he does appear on some major TV shows in the US. His name value is nowhere near as big as Hogan's. Elsewhere, think about Stone Cold Steve Austin. He was the real star of the Attitude Era alongside The Rock. Further down the roster, we've got Chris Jericho. He has written best-selling books. He has been on the US's version of Strictly Come Dancing, Dancing with the Stars. And he appears regularly on TV in the US. And not forgetting, of course, his rock star career with Fozzy. I mention those names to put Hogan in context. The 61-year-old is massive. The WWE have seemed to handle this very well initially. They scrapped him from their website, they terminated his contract, and they released a statement. The last time a scandal of this magnitude hit the company was in 2007 with the tragic double murder-suicide by Chris Benoit. The fallout of the Hogan allegations has already affected WWE talent. Curtis Axel, for instance, the son of Mr. Perfect, has dropped his Axelmania gimmick. The character was a parody of Hogan. There have also been further ramifications for WWE and in particular Vince McMahon, the CEO and chairman of the company. A video has re-emerged of him using the N-word in 2005. The context of the video is that he was partaking in a skit with the champion at the time, John Cena. In short, an awkward, megalomaniac Mr. McMahon character was trying to get on side of Cena and used the racial slur. On the back of the Hogan scandal, the WWE have had to defend McMahon. A spokeswoman told New York Daily News, "Surely everyone would recognise the 2005 segment was an outlandish and satirical skit involving fictional characters, similar to that of many scripted television shows and movies. Take from that what you will." The irony is that the Hogan scandal follows some good news on diversity from the WWE. In 2013, one of the company's wrestlers, Darren Young, came out as being gay. He was supported by the company, and a lot of his colleagues came on social media in support of him. Elsewhere, the Hogan scandal has negatively affected WWE's share price. Let's not forget this is a public company. On Friday, shares in WWE were down more than 3.5% after opening at $17.32 and falling to $16.60. We're going to have to see if they bounce back on Monday. However, in the meantime, Forbes has estimated that the drop is equivalent to $50 million. Who knows what the full fallout of the Hogan scandal is? Wrestling fans and the industry are still coming to terms with the scandal. And of course, we don't know what effect this will have on WWE's business, if at all, in the long term. Let me know what you think about this enormous incident. I'm on Twitter at Ian J. Silvera. That's your lot for this time around, guys. Thanks very much for tuning in to Money in the Ring, the podcast at the intersection of business and wrestling. The song is All I Want Is To Be Your Girl by Beat Driver 408, licensed under Creative Commons.